When I look back over my life, I say I'm so glad I found Christ. I'm still young, but
Hey y'all, welcome to my hair routine. Today is relaxer day and I decided to bring you guys along with me for the entire process, from start to finish. The relaxer, the wash, rinse, blow dry, and silk press. Y'all are coming with me through it all. Honestly, hair days have become more than just hair appointments for me. They've turned into moments where I slow down, reflect, and reset mentally. Sometimes life gets so busy and overwhelming that we forget to take care of ourselves. And for me, this is one of those days where I can finally breathe and just be present. Watching my hair transform always reminds me how much transformation can happen in life too. There was a point in my life where I truly felt lost. I had dreams, goals, and plans for myself. But somewhere along the way, I got distracted. I started chasing temporary happiness instead of purpose. I cared more about fitting in, relationships, attention, and having fun than I cared about my future. At the time, I thought I was living life, but really, I was just running away from responsibility and from becoming the person I knew I could be. And I think a lot of people can relate to that, especially when you're young. Sometimes you don't realize certain choices are hurting you until you finally sit down and reflect on everything you've been through. I've experienced fear, I've experienced heartbreak, I've experienced trauma, disappointment, confusion, and moments where I honestly doubted myself completely. There were times I wanted to give up on everything. Times I fell behind in life, watching everybody else move forward while I felt stuck. But one thing I've learned is that life is not a race. Everybody's journey looks different. Sometimes God has to slow you down so you can really learn who you are before stepping into the life meant for you. And looking back now, even though I regret some things, I also know those experiences taught me lessons I needed to learn. I learned that validation from other people doesn't last. I learned that chasing temporary excitement can leave you empty. I learned that peace is more valuable than attention. And most importantly, I learned that it's never too late to start over. That's actually one of the biggest reasons I'm proud of myself right now. I'm finally going back to school and pursuing not 1, but 2 degrees. And honestly, saying that out loud still feels unreal sometimes because there was a season in my life where I truly thought I would never go back. I convinced myself that I had missed my chance. I thought because I made mistakes or got off track that my goals were over with. But that's not true at all. You are never too far gone to rebuild your life. You are never too old, too broken, or too behind to chase your dreams again. And I really want people to understand that because social media makes it seem like everybody has life figured out by a certain age. But in reality, so many people are still trying to heal, grow, and find themselves. For me, choosing to continue my education is deeper than just getting degrees. It's about proving to myself that I can finish something I started. It's about becoming disciplined. It's about building a future for myself that I can be proud of. It's also about healing the version that doubted herself so much. The version of me that settled for less. The version of me that accepted confusion instead of clarity. The version of me that thought love from other people mattered more than self-respect and purpose. And now I'm finally stepping into a season where I'm choosing myself. I'm choosing growth. I'm choosing peace. I'm choosing to become the woman I know I'm capable of becoming. That's why moments like this mean so much to me. Even something as simple as getting my hair done feels symbolic. It feels like letting go of old energy and stepping into a new mindset. Every step of this process, the relaxer, the wash, the rinse, the blow dry, the straightening, it all feels like a reset. And I know healing isn't linear. There are still days where I overthink. There are still moments where fear creeps in. There are still times when I question myself. But the difference now is that I don't stay stuck there anymore. I keep moving forward. And honestly, that's what growth looks like sometimes. Not perfection, not having everything figured out, just continuing to move forward even after setbacks. I think a lot of us are harder on ourselves than we need to be. We punish ourselves forever for mistakes we made during seasons where we were still learning. But growth requires grace too. You can acknowledge your past without letting it define your future. You can learn from your mistakes without living in shame forever. You can absolutely rebuild your life one decision at a time. That's what I'm doing right now. Little by little, I'm rebuilding my confidence, rebuilding my discipline, rebuilding my relationship with God, and rebuilding my future. And honestly, I'm proud of that. Not because everything is perfect, but because I didn't give up. I kept going even when things felt uncertain. I kept praying even when I felt lost. I kept believing there was more for me even during moments where I couldn't fully see it yet. And now I'm finally seeing progress. I'm finally becoming someone younger me would be proud of. So if anybody watching this feels discouraged, stuck, lost, or behind in life, I just want you to know that your story is not over. You still have time. You still have purpose. You still have goals waiting on the other side of consistency and faith. And sometimes the biggest glow up isn't physical at all. Sometimes it's mental, emotional, spiritual. Sometimes the real transformation is becoming a healthier, wiser, stronger version of yourself. That's the journey I'm on right now. And I know I still have a long way to go, but I'm grateful for every lesson, every setback, every prayer, and every breakthrough that got me here. Because now I can finally say I'm one step closer to completing a lifelong goal of mine, graduating college. And that means everything to me. So thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you for supporting me. And thank you for listening to my story while I go through this little self-care reset. I hope this video reminds somebody that it's okay to start over. It's okay to change. It's okay to grow apart from old versions of yourself. And it's definitely okay to choose a better future for yourself. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe. Yours truly, Glamorous Girl.